fun to take part in it.
I'm going to watch Evening Magazine.
I'm really fond of the theme song, too.
And like the theme song says, Evening Magazine is friendly faces in special places. The message is simple, but the process of getting that message on the air is not.
Action!
It's not unlike moving a small army around. It's almost a sheer problem-solving logistical nightmare that accompanies each shoot of the scope.
It took 6 days of shooting, over 1,000 man-hours, 11,000 feet of film, and 16 pizzas to finish the project. But what started it all was the casual picking and strumming of an impulsive instrumentalist.
Well, I wrote the song, I was with Jim and Sarah, and we were at Emerson College, yes, Emerson College Radio. And so I just was sitting there and I had sort of a thought for a theme. I thought to myself, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
Livingston Taylor, who is a longtime fan of Evening Magazine, who watches Evening Magazine almost every night.
If not a nightly viewer, certainly a regular viewer.
Just called us up one day and said, listen, I love the program. I've got this great song idea for the program.
I was driving down Route 2 and it was a pouring rainstorm, and I just was thinking about it, and that's where, and I wrote the lyrics at that point. I was actually driving down the road and writing the lyrics on the steering wheel. I want you to know this is one of the reasons why Route 2 is such a very dangerous place to drive, because there are fools like me writing songs and attempting to control an automobile at the same time.
As soon as we heard it, we said, it's the hottest thing we've heard in many, many, many years.
So from location to location, makeup to rehearsal, take after take after take.
Okay, here we go again, folks.
Bill Idelot and his crew set upon the tedious task of putting pictures to the music. On day one of the shoot, Mayor Flynn stopped by to lend Sarah a helping hand.
She's wonderful. She ought to get the Actress of the Year award. She's terrific. No, she's a real professional. She makes somebody like myself who's not used to this make us feel right at home.
Critic Gene Shalit was on hand to offer his cunning reviews.
Evening Magazine is something you watch because it's evening. Because in the morning you watch the Today Show, naturally, because that's what you watch on WBZ, right?
At the USS Constitution, the entire evening family was on hand to put in a little
FaceTime. Right, FaceTime.
FaceTime actually is what we live for in this business, in case you're wondering.
In fact, it was a shot of the cast of thousands on a hot 4th of July in a busy harbor that seemed to be the most difficult to capture.
Then you got all sorts of complications related to helicopters. We want a nice helicopter shot. We know what we want, but we have to deal not only with the captain of the Constitution and the Coast Guard and the Eagle and the John F. Kennedy out there in the harbor. We've got to deal with the FAA, the flight controllers at Logan Airport, other helicopters and aircraft in the air, and we're going to do everything we can to get where we need to be under the circumstances we find at the time.
It may have been a logistical nightmare, but the outcome provided a campaign that is today's evening. In comparing the Evening Magazine of today to those of the past, you may notice some differences. But for some people, the old adage, the more things change, the more they remain the same, rings very true.
I have done this show for 9 years, and the show continues to go through a lot of changes, and I think the point of the campaign we're doing right now is reminding people, I know we've become a New England institution and we're proud of that, but we want to keep pace with what's happening, new trends. We still want to be a part of your family, and we hope you'll want to come along for the ride.
You and us together, Evening Magazine.